Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Uh, very excited
Okay. Why?
because the holiday is coming.
All right. Did you have to
Yeah.
did you go to school today?
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
have the next 3 days.
I have a festival, right?
What's that?
A Mid-Autumn Festival.
Yes. So are you going to be doing anything for that?
Yeah.
What are you
In the moon.
expand?
What? Maybe just stay up late and watch the moonlight and eat the mooncakes.
Oh, okay. Do you like the mooncakes?
Yeah. To be honest,
Okay.
I'm a Chinese, so I you cannot say that you don't love it.
Oh, I know many people that are Chinese that don't like mooncakes.
I'm gonna like just so. But I know part of them is very delicious, but a little bit dry. You need to drink a lot of water.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard some people like them, some people don't. I mean, and this is being Chinese and not Chinese, but I know quite a few Chinese that really don't like them. It's just, it's just
There's
one of
two
those things.
kinds of mooncakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the northern ones and the southern ones. They
Southern
are
ones. Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, and do you have a lot of homework during this time or not? Not
Of
so much.
course, of course.
Okay, so you still have homework.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Will you get to play any basketball or see your friends or just spend it with family?
Friends.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll like um to visit my teachers, the primary school teachers, primary teachers.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, just to like send something, send them like flowers or like a packet of mooncakes or like that.
Okay. All right. Um, and anything else going on?
Mm,
How's school going for you? How
School.
are your how are
We
your class?
started like exams this week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how are those going?
I don't know. They haven't like announced. They haven't announced like the grades that I have.
Oh, so you don't know your grades, but how do you think you did? I'm just saying overall, what's your opinion of it? Think you're
Which
doing pretty good?
subject?
Oh,
Which
I don't know.
subjects?
Any subject. Tell me
Any
about
subject?
it.
Mm,
What do you think you're doing the best in? What subject?
the best.
Mhm.
Maybe English.
Okay. And
Yeah, my mathematics.
how's that?
A lot of people think that my best subject is mathematics, but I made a lot of dumb mistakes this time.
No. Okay. Yeah, but I mean that happens. But if you're overall you're pretty good in math though, correct?
Yeah, but I got something wrong. That is, I shouldn't make mistakes like that.
Okay. So you just didn't
Such a
make a
regret.
silly
Yeah.
mistake. Yeah, yeah. All right. And what's your worst subject?
Worst subject. Maybe I don't have.
Okay, not maybe I don't. Either you have it or you don't.
I don't have.
Okay, so everything else you're doing pretty good in. You feel
Yeah,
pretty
I'm very balanced. I don't I don't have like the subject that I'm really bad at. I don't have.
What is that?
I don't have a subject that I'm really bad at. No.
Well,
I'm
what is the subject that you may not be bad in it, but what subject do you have now that is like your least favorite?
favorite.
Least favorite.
Least favorite.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't have either.
So you
I love all the subjects. I don't hate like one of them.
okay? That's unusual. Usually somebody, usually we don't
Yeah.
have a favorite subject. We have something that we
I have
do it.
my favorite subjects, but I don't have like my least favorite one.
Well, out of which one do you prefer, math or English?
Neither.
Bob, make a choice.
Uh,
Which one do
math
you
and English. Maybe math.
Okay. So then you like math more than English. So see how we can whittle
Don't
it
you feel
down?
like a little bit disappointed because I don't
Absolutely,
choose like English?
absolutely not. I'm all about free thinking, free speech, and how you feel. I mean, it doesn't. Everybody's different. I think it's great.
Mm.
No,
But
absolutely.
it doesn't mean like I don't like English.
Oh, I
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah.
No, I understand. If I could, and here's like an example. Okay, I love teaching. But if I had to choose between teaching English and teaching quilting or some kind of one of my favorite weaving projects, I would say I prefer teaching weaving. So
I
I
do.
mean, you
Uh,
know,
do like Americans have like Teacher's Day?
yeah, we have a day for
Yeah.
it. Seems like we have a day for everything. Even your pet day, it's National Pet Day. I mean, it's just
No.
they have a day for everything, and I don't buy into all that. I don't pay attention to it.
I just know like the 10th day of like uh September. The 10th of September is Chinese Teachers Day.
Okay. And what does that mean? They get recognized for being a teacher.
Mm,
I mean, what's
like
the significance of
I
it?
just like to send some like gifts for new teacher or the favorite teacher that like
Mhm.
send some gifts and like read or like wish to have some like just to have some wish um gifts.
Okay.
It's like yeah, just like that.
Okay.
We'll have a celebration of it, right?
Okay. And I understand, there's all those things, I guess, I don't know. I've never been one to have all that appreciation stuff. To me, you like the Workers' Day or what, all these different appreciation days. I just think every day should be like that. And, like, especially like with like a worker or a teacher, if you teach or you work doing something, you get paid for it, right? I mean, I would say most people have a job, they get paid for it. That's your reward. I don't really
But
buy into the whole, another special day to be recognized for what you do that you get paid for. So, so I just, for me, I don't pay attention to a lot of that, and I don't follow it, and it's I don't know, it's just not
yeah,
for me.
but these like festival sounds not like as important as like the Mid Autumn Festival like that because they like the Teachers Day, but teachers won't like have a holiday and like that.
Sure, yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, yeah. We like we don't like think about the things that like Teachers Day or not. We just like consider about having a holiday or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know
So yeah.
everybody loves holidays, especially kids in school. When kids are going to school, they love those holidays because
Yeah.
they don't have to go to
Summer
school.
holiday.
So
Yeah.
anyway, but that's good. I'm glad you have that the holiday coming up, and I'm sure you'll make the most of it. Okay. Anything else? Anything else going on?
Hmm.
Did you read any other good books? Watch any good movies?
Book, movies. I don't hear like about like the tickets or like tickets to movie theater. Because I don't know like which movie is really good. I don't hear like very popular movie that recently like on. Are there like any good movies now? Good recently.
Yeah, I mean, like, is there anything that's coming out that you want to see or that you heard about that you know you want to see at some point?
I just like during the holiday. I mean, like play some games.
Okay, so it's more for you. You'd rather play some more video games.
Yes, I subscribe like the Apple Arcade.
What's it called?
Uh, Arcade edition. Arcade, and it's an Apple Store. Like,
Oh,
you know,
it's
like
is it?
the new one.
Are you talking about the specific games that are in through
Yeah,
Apple?
yeah. The phone
Okay.
games,
Oh,
the
okay.
arcade. I think
Yeah, I
is
mean,
it like a subscription, right?
yeah, I mean, I've seen it
Yeah.
on my phone and stuff. I just don't play that stuff, Bob. I mean, I see it and it's like, okay, but
How much is it? For $4 a month.
yeah, it's not too. I don't think it's too expensive. I mean, I think it's yeah, it's probably something like that. But like I said, I just don't. Um, you know, I don't pay attention to. I will tell you one thing I just did yesterday. I won't get it for about 3 weeks because I don't have my mule coming in till October 10th. But I did order the brand new Apple 13 Pro.
Yeah. I watched that. Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I ordered that and I got the blue one and I got the big one, the Pro. So I'll get that probably in about 3 weeks, a new phone.
You subscribe the iPhone 13?
Yeah, the
Oh,
iPhone 13, the 13 Pro. I got that one. I just bought it yesterday.
the latest one, right?
The latest one, yes.
Oh, oh,
The one that has 3 cameras. It has 3 lenses on the back,
yeah.
and one's a wide angle lens, one's a
I watched the
telephoto.
live.
Did you watch the live? Okay,
Yeah.
I did too. Yeah. That was last Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was. Or maybe it was Wednesday. I can't remember. But the first sale of the phone wasn't going to be released till Friday, and so but I got it yesterday on Friday. So it'll be delivered to my friend in Dallas next week, and then he's not coming back out here till October 10th. So I should get it then. So it'll be pretty. I needed a new phone anyway. I mean, I've had my other one for about 3 years, and it's just the battery's starting to not hold a good charge. And
yeah, Apple like.
Yeah.
Well, when you use the phone like a long time, the batteries,
Yeah, I
always
mean,
make some mistakes.
yeah. So I mean, I guess that's what happens. But I do like the Apple technology out of all of them, versus the Galaxy, like the Samsungs and stuff. They're not bad, but I just everything I have is Apple, so it is, and they all interface, connect, well together, and it's just easy.
I watched like some like videos about like the old iPhones and like on TikTok.
Okay.
And like a lot of people like the video like they just said when they like open the iPhone like it still have 37% of the batteries, When you close it and reopen it,
Mhm.
it's a low battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it, a lot of it has whatever apps and whatever things you have open running all the time. I try not to have so much, but my battery lasts probably.
Yeah, just today. I got I used my mom's iPhone. It's just like only 1% the low battery, right? But I used that 1% for like 1 hour.
Okay.
Oh, that's so ridiculous. 1%. Use like 1 hour.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, but that's all that's going on for me. And yeah, that's about it. Okay. You want to do some reading?
Okay.
Okay. I know you read this page, and did you ever get your thing loaded on your laptop?
I'm using my iPad.
Oh,
okay.
My
my computer is like.
You said it's kind of
repaired.
Okay, repaired. Okay. All right. Well, I fixed my battery issue myself on my my MacBook Pro, and it basically I just took some compressed air and I just blew the insides, where you do the connectors, and I just kind of cleaned that kind of stuff out. And then as soon as I put the cord in to charge it, it took it right away and no problem. So maybe just there's some dust or something.
Do anyone help, or like just you fix it by yourself?
I fix it by myself.
Oh.
I figured things out.
The workers' day.
And there's also and there was an update. Remember I was telling you about that last week? There was an update, and I think there was something in that update that made it behave that way last week, where if I put the cord in to charge it, it wouldn't recognize it. And it's an Apple, it's an Apple charger, everything. It's not, an imposter, a knockoff. It's a real Apple, charger. And there's nothing wrong with the cable. I mean, everything's intact. There's no cuts, it's not shredded or anything like that. So, and it was working, a few days before that. And then after I noticed after the update, it just wouldn't recognize the cable being in there as charging the battery. So it would just go, dead. And then if you closed it and opened up the computer again, then it would, it would come on, but it would say low battery. And then sometimes it would take the connection, sometimes it wouldn't. And I just got frustrated with that. And I said, okay, there's got to be a way to fix this. Let's try to figure this out. And so I just cleaned the conductors, the intake areas where all your plugins go. And as soon as I put the cord, into it to charge, it recognized it right away. I heard the little bell and it worked. So I don't know if it was the update or was that, or there was another update that was released 2 days ago or yesterday. And I installed that as well. And so maybe that corrected it. Lots of times in software, there's always those little bugs like that. It can do something really, you don't recognize it until you see it, and they don't tell you.
Is your computer is your computer is an old one or a new one? It's an old one.
I mean, not super old. It's a 17. It's 3 years old. It's
17 and 3.
Mm-hmm. It's what? It's a yeah. It's the later 2017 model of a MacBook Pro, and it's the touch bar and all that.
Oh.
So I mean, it's really good. I mean, it's a good computer. There's not one scratch or anything on it. I take very good.
But do you want to buy a new one?
No, not yet. I mean, I'm okay. My husband has the M1, that one, and it's fine. But I have a brand new iPad Pro that I bought, the latest one, the 12.9 screen, and I just bought that a month ago. And so with that and the new iPhone, I think I'm fine.
Okay, I'm sure that my mom won't buy it.
Yeah. What's that?
I'm sure that my mom won't buy it.
She won't buy it?
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, I wanted it just for the fact that it was bigger, and I do a lot of drawing, in a Procreate app, and so a lot of digital drawing, and so with my Apple Pencil, and it's really convenient, and it's got a bigger screen, and it's great to watch movies on.
I mean,
And because it's so
iPad or
portable.
iPhone 13.
What's that?
Which thing are you talking about? There's iPhone, iPad.
Oh, actually, the iPad. I mean, I think the iPad.
Okay.
I think it's great for watching movies because it's so compact. I don't like a phone for watching movies. It's too small.
Yeah. The screen is
Yeah.
It's too small.
Yeah, and so, but with this new iPad, I think it's fantastic. I mean, the colors and
the internet is great, right?
Oh yeah,
The basic thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I got the most. I got the terabyte. I mean, I've got my memory on my iPad is a terabyte, and I got the same thing with the phone. I got a terabyte on my phone. So if I wanted videos or things like that, I don't like to upgrade. When something comes out of a product, this is just how I am. If a product comes out, I usually buy the most I can get at the time, like whatever it offers. So like if the phone, it had a 16 gigabyte or 256 or 512, whatever it has at that moment, I'll try to get the top one just for the fact that I don't want to have to add things to it later.
Yeah, my iPad is a new one, right? It's a new one too, but my internet sometimes cannot like achieve the basic level.
Yeah. Well, that happens.
They have changed. They have changed like something like about the internet, but sometimes like it's still like it still doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get you reading. Let's take a look at, I'm on the first page here and start at the last paragraph where it says 3 body was the same.
3 body was the same. Its enormous information content was hidden deep. One could feel it, and he could not articulate it. He suddenly articulated. He suddenly understood that the makers of 3 body took the exact opposite of the approach taken by designers of other games. Normally, game designers try to display as much information as possible to increase the sense of realism. But 3 bodies designers work to compress the information content to disguise a more complex a more complex reality, just like a seemingly empty photograph of the sky. One let his mind wander back to the world of 3 body. Flying stars. The key must be in the flying stars. 1 flying star, 2 flying stars, 3 flying stars. What did they mean? As he had that thought, he found himself at his destination. At the foot of the apartment building, one saw a gray, thin woman, about 60 years old. She wore glasses and was struggling to go up the stairs with a basket of groceries. He guessed that was the woman he had come to see. A quick greeting confirmed his guess. She was Yana's mother, Yeonjin. After hearing the purpose of Wang Miao's visit, she was grateful and appreciative. One was familiar with old intellectuals like her. The long years had ground away all the hardness and the fierceness in their personalities, until all that was left was a gentleness like that of water. One carried the grocery basket up the stairs for her. When they got to her apartment, it turned out to be not as quiet as he had expected. 3 children were playing, the oldest about 5, and the youngest barely walking. He had told one that they were all the neighbors' kids. They like to play at my place. Today is Sunday, and their parents need to work overtime, so they left them to me. Oh, Nana, have you finished your picture? Oh, it looks great. Shall we give it a title? Ducklings in the Sun. Sounds good. Like Granny write it for you. And I would put down the date, June the 9th by 9 And what do you want to eat for lunch? Yaya, do you want fried eggplant? Sure. And then you want a snow piece like you had yesterday? No problem. How about you, Mimi? You want some meat? You want some what is meat?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just meat, whatever, beef or something. Yeah.
You want some meat? Oh no, your mom told me that you shouldn't eat so much meat. Not easy to digest. How
Digest.
about
Digest.
digest? How about some fish instead? Look at a big fishy Granny Bob. One observed, yeah, and the children absorbed in their conversation. She must want grandkids, and even if none of them were alive, when she had children, they took the groceries into the kitchen. When she reemerged, she said,
Re-emerged. And she like,
re-emerged, she said, Xiaowan, I'm going to soak the vegetables for a while. He has slipped effortlessly into addressing him by an affectionate diminutive. These days, they use so much pesticide that when I feed the children, I have to soak the vegetables for at least 2 hours. Why don't you take a look in Donald's room first? Her suggestion tagged on at the end as though it was the most natural thing in the world, made no one anxious. Clearly, she had figured out the real purpose of his visit. She turned around and went back to the kitchen without giving one another glance, and so avoided seeing his nexus.
the embarrassment.
Embarrassment. Well, I was grateful that she was so considerate of his feelings. I walked past the three happily playing children and entered the room that Ye had indicated. He paused in front of the door, seized by the strange feeling. It was as if he had returned to his dream-filled youth. From the depths of his memory arose a tingling sadness, fragile,
Fragile.
fragile and pure like morning dew, tinged with a rosy hue. Gently, he pushed the door open. The faint fragrance that filled the room was unexpected. The smell of the forest. It seemed to have entered the hut of the ranger. The walls were covered by strips of bark. The three stools were unadorned tree stumps. Desk was made from three bigger tree stumps pushed together. And then there was a bed apparently lined with ears stretched from northeast China, which the locals stuffed into their shoes to stay warm in the cold climate. Everything was rough, clear, and seemingly careless, without signs of uh what is that?
What signs of an aesthetic design, meaning like really really interesting aesthetic.
Aesthetic design. Yano's job had earned her a high income, and she could have bought a home in some luxury development, but she chose to live there with her mother instead. One walked up to the tree stump desk. It was plainly furnished, and nothing on it betrayed a hint of uh
Yeah,
uh and
try to
what
try,
is
try to sound that out.
Femininity.
Femininity.
Femininity. Femininity.
Okay, do you know what that means?
Of course not.
Of course not. Okay, that comes from the root word female. Okay, femininity.
Oh,
Female. So when something is like when we say femininity, we're talking about things that would please, a woman or a lady, so like men wouldn't really care probably about having flowers around or sweet perfume or things like that, but women do. So that is part of their what they like, their femininity.
Oh, okay.
The dresses, the makeup, the bows in the hair, all that kind of stuff. That is talking about like a femininity. Okay.
Femininity or scholarly interest. Maybe all such objects had been taken away, or maybe they had never been there. He noticed a black and white photograph in a wooden frame, a portrait of mother and daughter. In the picture, Yana was just a little girl, and the image was crouching down so that they were the same height. A strong wind tangled the pair's long hair together. The background of the photograph was unusual. The sky seemed to be seen through a large net held up by thick steel supporting structures. One deduced that it was some kind of parabolic antenna, so large that its edges were beyond the frame of the photograph. In the picture, little Yano's eyes gave up a fright that made one's heart ache. She seemed terrified by the world outside the picture. Next, one noticed a thick notebook at the corner of the desk. He was baffled by the material the notebook was made of until he saw a line of childish writing
Scrawled.
scrawled across the cover. Yondo's birchbark notebook. Birchwood written in pink letters instead of using the character for it. The years had turned the silvery bark into a dull yellow. He reached out to touch the notebook, hesitated, and retracting his hand. It's okay, he said from the door. Those are pictures Duncan drew when she was little. He picked up the birchbark notebook and gently flipped through it. He had dated each picture for her daughter, just like she had been doing for Nana in the living room. One saw that, based on the dates on the pictures, Yando was 3 when he drew them. Normally, children of that age are able to draw humans, humans and objects with
It'll be shapes, clear shapes.
clear shapes. But Yando's pictures remain only meshes of random lines. They seem to express a kind of passionate anger and desperation born out of frustrated desire to express something. Not the sort of feeling one would expect in a child that young. They slowly sat down on the edge of the bed, her eyes staring at the notebook, staring at the notebook, lost in thought. Her daughter had died here, ended her life while she slept. One sat next to her. He had never felt such a strong desire to share the burden of another pain. He took the birchbark notebook from him and held it to her chest. In a low voice, she said, I wasn't good at teaching Donna in an age-appropriate manner. I exposed her too early to some very abstract, very extreme topics. When she first expressed an interest in abstract theory, I told her that field wasn't easy for women. She said, what about Madame Curie? I told her, Madame Curie was never really accepted as part of that field. Her success was seen as a matter of persistence and hard work. But without her, someone else would have completed her work. As a matter of fact, Wu Shen and Shuan went even further than Madame Curie. But it really isn't a woman's field. Donna didn't argue with me, but I later discovered that she really was different. For example, let's say I explained a formula to her. Other children might say, what a clever formula. But she would say, this formula is so elegant, so beautiful. The expression on her face was the same as she saw a pretty wildflower. Her father left behind some some records. She listened to all of them and finally picked something by Batch as her favorite.
No,
Listening to it, Bach.
Yeah,
by
that's
Bach.
a classic. You know Bach, right? Have you heard of him?
No.
It was classical
kind
music.
of thing.
Mozart,
Classical
Bach,
music.
Beethoven. You've heard of all that, right?
A musician, right?
Yeah, composer.
Oh
musician.
yeah, okay, I heard about it. Right.
And that's all classical music.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That was the kind of music that shouldn't have mesmerized a kid. At first, I thought she picked it on a whim, but when I asked her how she felt about the music, she said that she could see in the music a giant building, a large, complex house. Bit by bit, the giant added to the structure, and when the music was over, the house was done. You were a great teacher for your daughter, one said. No, I failed. Her word was too simple, and all she had were ethereal theories. When they collapsed, she had nothing to lean on to keep on living. Professor Ye, I can't say that I agree with you. Right now, events are happening that are beyond our imagination. It's an unprecedented challenge to a theorist about the world. This is not the only scientist to have stumbled down the path, but she was a woman. A woman should be like water, able to flow over and around anything. As one was about to leave, he remembered the other purpose for its visit. He mentioned to Ye his wish to observe the cosmic microwave background.
Okay. Hey, on the previous page there, they were talking about a woman, Madame Curie. Have you ever heard of her?
Maybe I have the memorization, but I can't remember. Madame Curie.
She won a Nobel Peace Prize in the early 1900s. Do you know what it was for?
Oh, okay. I'm sure that I heard that. Wait.
You're sure?
Maybe like I don't have the sense of a person's name like in English, but I really haven't like just in Chinese. But so I have to wait a minute. Maybe I know this person, but I don't know how to spell her name like in English. So I have like
you haven't heard of her name in English before, Madame Curie?
No, just in Chinese. I don't know like how did he like his name spelled?
I wouldn't think a name would change so much though. I mean, how do you pronounce her name in Chinese? I don't know. I don't know if people's names really change like that in Chinese, but maybe they do. But anyway, she won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Prize.
Yeah, in
two
physics.
times. Two times.
Yeah, but she won
and in physics and chemistry.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for what was she known for? That's why they're kind of mentioning it in the story
the
too.
New element.
Being what? Is radioactivity, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just so you get, I mean, if you might, especially, you take physics, you like science, mathematics, this name is probably going to present itself again to you at some point. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next page.
Oh, that there are two places in China that work on it. One is an observatory in. It's a word that from French, right?
Yeah. Do you know? I don't know that word really. I don't know it.
I don't know it either.
Okay. Okay. I
I
didn't
don't
know
know
if
it's
you
from French. Like
real play.
the
Okay.
symbol is like 2 point like a hand, right?
Mhm.
It's France. It's a French.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. Keep
to
going.
pronounce it. I'm just a rookie of learning French, so it was a
Oh,
lot
that's
of things
okay.
that I don't know.
It's okay.
Uh, let me look it up in the French dictionary.
I think it's Urumqi. I think that's how you pronounce it. And that's a place though, but that is a place in China. Are you
Oh, yeah,
are you aware of
yes,
that?
room C, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why like it used the symbol of French? Room
No,
C.
I have no idea. I don't know, but I think I'm just saying that's
Oh,
why the place in China.
oh,
So
it's
I didn't
not a
know.
French.
Then I would
It's in
think,
the northern of China.
is it North
Northern
China?
of
Yeah,
China. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But I
really.
didn't know if you've seen that before in any.
It's near like Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, I
So
think it's
Urumqi.
Urumqi. Urumqi. I think it's a project by the Chinese Academy of Science Space Environmental Observation Center. The other is very close by, a radio astronomy observatory located in the suburbs of Beijing, which is run by the Chinese Academy of Sciences and Peking University's Joint Center for Astrophysics. The one in Urumqi does ground observation, and the one here just receives data from satellites. Through the satellite data is more
Though the satellite data.
what? What?
I said not through though the satellite
Though the
data.
satellite data is more accurate and complete. I have a former student working there, and I can make a call for you. He found the phone number and dialed it. The ensuing conversation seemed to go smoothly. You are all set, he said as she hung up. Let me give you the address. You can go over anytime. My student's name is Shari Shan, and she's going to be working the night shift tomorrow. I don't think this is your field of research, right? I work in nanotech. This is
Nanotech.
for
Nanotech.
nanotech. This is for something else. One was afraid that Nia was going to ask more questions about why he sought this information, but she did not. Xiaowang, you look a bit pale. How's your health? She asked, her face full of concern. It's nothing, please don't worry. Wait a minute. He took a small wooden box out of the cabinet. One saw from the label that it was
Ginseng.
what? Ginseng.
Ginseng.
Ginseng. It's a kind of medicine or
Yeah, I mean, there's it's a lot of I think there's a lot of properties in it, but I think it's really good for you. I know it's a lot in like teas and stuff like that. It
oh,
makes obviously it's a plant, right?
it's
There's different types and
expensive, I
presentations.
think.
Yeah, it's
Such
what?
an expensive thing. It's
Oh, is it?
the grazing is so expensive.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
An old friend from the base, a soldier, came to visit me a few days ago and brought this. Take it, take it. It's cultivated, not very precious. What? Not very precious. I have high blood pressure that can't use it anyway. You can slice it thinly and make it into a tea. You look so pale that I'm sure you can use the enrichment. You're still young, but you have to watch your health. One accepted the box, warm filling his chest. His eyes moistened. It was as though his heart, stretched almost beyond the breaking point by the last few days, had been placed onto a pile of soft down feathers. Professor, yeah, I will come visit you often.
Okay. Yeah, let's probably just stop here just for the fact that you only have a few minutes left and we're gonna, instead of starting a new chapter. What do you like? Do you like it? Are you still liking the book?
Why not?
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you. I mean,
I don't have
like
any reason to say that I don't love it. All right, I love it. I like it.
You love the book. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, Bob, you're doing much better with your reading. It's improving quite a bit. Have you been reading a lot on your own?
You mean this book or
No,
practice?
no. In other English books. Have you been
No,
reading others in English?
but
No?
I read it. I have a lot of chance to read in class. Yeah,
Okay.
because like they thought like my reading is great. They think my reading is great. So every time that a teacher led me to like read the characters and the articles, like yeah.
You get selected to read them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. One thing though, I'm going to tell you, we talked about this before. Try to eliminate the likes. Okay, you're overusing those so much in your conversation when you speak. You're using like, and you don't need it. You have to try to just make a conscious effort to just stop. If you're thinking of something, just stop and think about it before you say it. Instead of
Okay, I will eliminate it.
Yeah, just try. I know it's a bad habit, but just try to recognize it and just slow down with speaking a little bit. And if you get stuck, on a word or trying to think of something of how to say it, just go silent. And it'll take some practice. It will. But and I'm not saying this to pick on you at all whatsoever. It's just a really bad habit. And if I don't, or if you don't address it or try to work on it consciously, to eliminate it, it's going to make your English to others not sound very well.
Okay.
It'll just it won't stop on its own. You just have to just get into the habit of trying to speak a little bit slower. Yeah.
Yeah.
You raised your hand. Okay. But other than that, I mean, as far as your reading goes, I mean, it has improved. You're taking your time, you're slowing down when you're reading, and you're pausing at the punctuation, and you can hear it. You can hear the difference. So anyway, any last minute questions?
No.
None? You're good? Okay. Well, hey, enjoy your holiday. Play some games if you get a chance. Have
just
some
3
fun
days.
times.
Just 3 days.
Yeah, but still, that's better than no days.
Yeah, really.
Okay. Anyway, all right. Good job. Next week we'll pick up with chapter 9. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye, Bob.
Goodbye.